We
Boom.
found them.
You're watching the Steve's Haunted Yard channel. Get your haunt on.
Hello guys, how's it going? Well, I'm continuing to work on my columns, and I wanted to show you guys something. This is some 2-inch thick foam, and hot wire table sometimes takes a while to cut. If you're just doing a straight line, you don't necessarily need to do the hot wire table. I use a lot of times a reciprocating saw, and it actually cuts this stuff really good and leaves a fairly smooth surface. So here we go. As you can see, it's a really smooth cut. These are going to be the base to the new column, or not new columns, but I'm basically redoing the columns, and so this is going to be a thicker base. Before I just had like a 3/4 inch extra piece of foam on the end. I've ripped all that old foam off, and I'm going to replace it with this 2-inch thick foam, and I'm going to carve like a stone pattern into the bottom, just like this, pretty much the same pattern as my smaller columns, so that way they'll all match. Alright, one more to cut out here, and I'll be back. Well, all my base pieces are cut. Let's go see what they look like on the columns. I also made a wooden topper for them today. The foam one was just too crappy and ended up deteriorating over a couple of seasons. Here's what they are. I basically replicated this, but with wood. And what happened to these, even with a good coat of latex paint on it, the sun here in Texas and all the rain and the storms ended up beating this paint off and pretty much eating this foam up, making it pretty brittle. So I went ahead and made these out of wood today, and let's go check those out. They're actually really cool. I'm excited. So these are done for. Get out of here. Let's go see the new ones. Yeah. Alright guys, so here we go. So there's the bottoms that I just cut. Okay, thicker base. And there are the wooden tops that I made today. It's going to be so much better. I've got to cut a hole in the top for the PVC pipe for the arch that goes across. What's going to be really good about having this wooden top as well, I'm going to put another brace that from this column over to this column that's going to tie these kind of two together, because the arch doesn't really tie them together. It's not real, it's just a foam arch. It does have wood going through there, but I want to add another brace bar that goes across, and I'll have something solid to screw that into. And so I think these guys are really coming together. I still got some foam like here. I didn't add the foam back on the side there. This is some of the foam that I've pulled off. Some of that's not going back on. Some of that was around the bottom. But they're really coming together. It's going to be a lot sturdier. So there's the thunder and lightning hole where the light can come out. And there's the light. So there's the wooden top, shelf. I made another shelf for the bottom. I pulled it out to measure for this one because I'm going to add some shelves in here. Need to get the flicker circuits hooked back up. Get the other foam back on the back of this one. But getting these cut and the tops on there was a really big deal for today. So, and I know if you guys see these, okay, see this square? Everybody's like, what are those squares? They're nothing. I used scrap wood and those squares were already cut into it. Not enough to stop my show, so no big deal. Fill it in with something. I could fill it in with a piece of foam, little square foam, and then put some wood putty on it or something. Anyway, that's what we've got so far for this weekend. It's probably all I'm going to get done. About to get on Shadow Palms. Ram's already on there asking everybody why they're not on there. Who's lurking? Who's yelling? So, alright guys. Hope you like the columns the way they're looking. Can't wait to start carving that. These are going to be so much better this year. Real excited.
Brains! Brains! I'm gonna eat your brains if you don't subscribe.
Why do I have the feeling that something's about to eat my brain?